All right. We are back. And we have got to find out who Kostrik's going to play. Say just won. So we've got 2 quarterfinalists now. We're waiting to see what the third one looks like. Is it going to be Svitolina or Bencic? This is a good matchup. This is an interesting matchup because you'd probably put both of them in a similar category for career-wise, right? They've both done some stuff, but they haven't made the final of a major yet. They've both done well at tournaments like this. They've both been top 5 players before, but they've sort of had a very similar trajectory. Svitolina's definitely been better at the 1000s and that, but then, you know, Bencic has a gold medal, right? So, very interesting to see how these two match up. Two of the players that probably are very similar, but I mean, they're both mums as well, right? I mean, very similar stages of their careers right now. The difference with Svitolina is that she is a little bit higher ranked and she probably is a little bit closer to the French Open title than Bencic is at the moment. We'll see what happens. Maybe that changes today. 4-2 is in favor of Svitolina. They did play in Dubai earlier in the year, and Svitolina got a 3-set win. They also played last year in Miami, and it was a straight sets win for Svitolina. So they hadn't played since 2019 up until last year. So it had been a long, long time. They've only played on clay once. There was a Charleston clay. So, I mean, you know, green clay. And Bencic won, if that makes any difference. But I don't think it does. It does in 2014. So here we go. Let's see who plays Kostrik in the quarters, which will be on Tuesday. All right. How are we doing, chap? How are we doing? New French Open champion this time. Yep, on men and women's side. So we've got confirmed new French Open champion. New names are going on the wall. Yep, Sabalenka Osaka tomorrow night. Yeah, tomorrow night. Whew. Blockbuster tomorrow night. No former RG champions left. Yep, they're all gone. Is this the best RG in the 2020s? Look, I mean, define best. Some would say it's the worst because it's so unpredictable. But I would say it's probably the most entertaining and the most, I like this. I like this situation where no one's safe. We still don't know. Even yesterday, we might have thought we knew, right? Even with Gauff going and then this is over, then we thought, oh, maybe Swiatek. Nobody's safe, right? Anyone could win. This is probably the most open French Open in the 2020s. If anything, it's probably the most open French Open on both sides since I don't know, early 2000s or something. But yeah, we could be getting 2 completely random players win in this tournament. And when I say random, I mean unexpected champions, right? I mean, Bencic winning wouldn't be a random. It would be unexpected, though, considering how many players at the start of the week we were picking, right? So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see who wants this trophy now that it is up for grabs. And the thing is, with all these upsets happening, all the players that didn't really think they had a chance, right? All the players that maybe weren't being looked at. Bencic, right? Obviously, Kostrik was being looked at, but Bencic is one of those players. Maybe even like Castella. These players that we didn't think would win the tournament, all of a sudden, now they believe that they could probably win. If they're like, oh, hang on a second, everybody's losing who everyone thought was going to win. Maybe I have a chance, right? That's where this tournament is headed. Men and women's side. Anybody who didn't have a chance at the start or didn't think they had a chance has now got to have some sort of belief, right? There's got to be belief. Because the chances of anyone can win this. Anyone can win this. This is anybody's tournament. All right, who's got winning this one? I'm going to go with Svitolina in 3. She's just been playing better. Svitolina wins the first point, 15 love. I'm going to go Svitolina in 3, based on form. As we serve again for Svitolina. First serve default, second serve. All right, 15 all. As we got a fault from Svitolina, second serve. Return goes in from Bencic to the back of Svitolina. Bencic backhand. Again, the back of Svitolina. Bencic again up the line. Backhand. That's a good shot. Svitolina gets it back. Bencic forehand cross. Svitolina gets that back too as Bencic forehand again. Into the forehand of Svitolina. Svitolina puts it away. And it's 30-15. 30-15. Also, Hadar versus Carreño Busta is about to start as well. That should be fun. That should be interesting. All right. As that goes out by Bencic, 40-15. As Bencic on the stretch, in the net, Svitolina takes the first game. One love, Svitolina. One love. Carreño Busta is going to beat Hadar. I'll tell you, that is... I mean, Carreño Busta should not be underestimated. He is no joke. All right, one love Svitolina. Bench to serve. Is a let. As Bencic serves. The back of Svitolina. Return the forehand to Bencic. Off the tape. To the back of Svitolina. Bencic on the stretch. Svitolina forehand cross court. That's a winner. Love 15. Love 15. Serve again. Here's a fault. Second serve. Return goes in the backhand of Svitolina. Backhand now from Bencic. Svitolina backhand again. The backhand of Bencic. Svitolina again with the backhand. Bencic gets it back. Svitolina on the stretch. Bencic lets it go long. 15-0. There's a fault from Bencic. Second serve. Second serve. To the backhand of Svitolina. Return the forehand of Bencic. Svitolina Cross-court backhand. Bencic gets it back and hits it long. 15-30. 15-30. All right, 15-30 as Bencic serves again. To the forehand of Svitolina. Bencic forehand again. To the forehand of Svitolina. Bencic again to the forehand of Svitolina. Bencic again. Up the line of the backhand of Svitolina. The backhand of Bencic. Svitolina forehand. Into the forehand of Svitolina as Bencic with a drop shot. Svitolina gets there. Hits it wide. 30-0. Oh, yeah, this is on Philip Chetrier, yep. Hodar or PCB, who's winning? I think Hodar will win in 4. But I really wouldn't be surprised if PCB won. But I'm going to pick Hodar in 4 for that one. All right. 40-30. 40-30. Serve again. Into the back of Svitolina. Svitolina's out. 1-1. Bencic holds. One all. So we've got Zverev coming up after this. And then the night match. I'm not sure what else we watch during the day because it's hard. Like, there are other matches going on, obviously, but it'll just depend on the timing of things. Because Zverev is starting like 5 hours before Ruud and Fonseca. So there is a chance, depending on the Hodar match, that we could maybe squeeze in another one, but it just depends on how these matches play. All right, first serve the fault, second serve. As the backhand goes into the forehand of Svitolina. Forehand from Bencic to the backhand of Svitolina. Again to the forehand of Bencic, and Bencic sprays it wide on her forehand. 15-love. $497 to go to 300K. That's it. We're getting close. We're getting close. Return goes out by Bencic. And it's 30-love. As we get a return, goes short, and Svitolina puts it away. 40-love. All right, ace. 2-1. All right, 2-1. Svitolina has the lead. All right. All right, how we doing, chat? Love to see Fonseca play again. Yeah, tonight's going to be fun. It is going to be fun. Given it's a night match, that would help Casper. Yeah, it could. Especially because the conditions are slower too. The other day we had, Djokovic obviously sweating in that heat. Fonseca's game with a little bit more pep in the little bit more pep in the shots, whereas tonight it's going to be slow. It's going to be heavy conditions. These ladies are playing better so far in this last match than the last match. I know, right? Better quality match already. Yeah, that was what was such a shame in the last match. Cam tell people subscribing is free. It is free. And I mean, look, if you've been watching this channel for a while and you still haven't subscribed and you're wondering, and I've got to try to convince you at this point, make me work for it. All right. 2-1. 70 hours. We worked 70 hours of tennis in the first week. Something like 30-something, 40 streams. Week 1. From start to finish, last 2 days, I've been doing 13-hour shifts. From the start of the day to the end of the day, all in between. If you want to keep up to date with the French Open, you turn us on in the morning, you watch the start, you do your thing, keep the headphones on, and then we'll keep you updated all the way until the middle of the night when they finish. We got you covered. No breaks. No excuses. We're here. We've been here, right? We've been here since bloody 2018. Anything that happens at this tournament, we'll tell you. You have any questions? Like, hey, what happened with Tiafoe yesterday? He got in a fight with Farrier. It was over a line call. They weren't having fun. Apparently, the handshake was actually not too bad though. They didn't take it off the court, but they were beefing in that match. Tiafoe came back to win. 15-0. Castella, by the way, who just won earlier in straight sets, she's into the quarterfinals of Roland Garros since the first time since 2009. In her final season. So there you go. There's a gem. 15-0. Anything else? Anybody else wants to know anything else? And that goes the net by Bencic. 15-30. Bencic serves again. As the return goes into the front of Bencic. Forehand now from Svitolina. Into the front of Bencic. We get a forehand again from Bencic. Svitolina gets with a slice. And then Bencic backing up the line. Lob goes up by Svitolina, but Bencic drive volley winner. 30-0. Hey, thank you, Tim, for the 48 months. Appreciate that. 4 years as a member. Appreciate that. Shout out to all the members. All right. 30-0. Svitolina's hit 6 winners already, but that was Bencic's first winner for the match. My thoughts on Hadar pushing the ball kid. He didn't push the ball kid. 40-30. He didn't push the ball kid. Ball kid tripped while the ball kid was trying to get out of his way. And he was looking up to the coach. He did not push anybody. Just a bunch of mad people wanting to get mad. I retweeted the other angle so you can go check it out that he didn't go near her. She tried to get out of his way. Tripped over. Forehand slice from Svitolina. Backhand from Bencic. Into the forehand of Svitolina. Bencic backhand. Cross court. Svitolina gets it. Bencic. Another backhand. Into the backhand of Svitolina. Bencic. Backhand again. Into the backhand of Svitolina. Svitolina in the net. And it's 2-0. 2-0. You're at 40,000. When I found the channel 5 years ago, became a member at the next Roland Garros. Hey, thank you, Tim, for sticking around. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's been, I tell you what, it's ridiculous that I've been doing this for that long. And that people are still here. 2-0. I love 15. Svitolina with the back end of the net. Also, chat. We're almost at 200 likes. Found the channel during Serena's last US. Yeah, that was a time. God, that was a moment. That US Open was wild. Back end rally. Because that was the Alcaraz win as well, right? I mean, we had Alcaraz on one side, Serena on the other. It's crazy. That tournament was crazy. Love 30. Svitolina in the net. All right, love 30. Chance for break point here. Remember, winner of this place, Kostruk. We just saw Kostruk play. Found the channel while looking for Nadal, Fritz, Wimby. That was a crazy match too back then. That was crazy. Love 30. Serving to the forehand of Bencic. Return goes in the back into Svitolina. Bencic forehand. She overhits it. 15-30. 15-30. All right, serve again. I think you're at 100K when I found your channel. Hey, appreciate that. Yeah, we got to 100K and then I got this trophy. 15-30. I got this trophy. Now I want the gold. We need the gold one, though. The gold one's bigger and better. We need the gold one. 15-40, Bencic return winner. That's why counting down. 300K, 700 to go. All right, return winner by Bencic, 15-40 to get the break. Bencic return into the Fortis Svitolina. Bencic on the attack, hits in the net, 30-40. Found the channel during the heartbreaking Zverev Nadal semi 22. So Morven, you've been here for nearly 4 years. Damn. As the backhand return goes in from Bencic, Svitolina puts up a lob. Bencic comes in with a drive volley. Svitolina pass. Bencic off the tape. Svitolina lob. Goes wide. All right. Bencic gets the break. 3-2. Which is kind of against the trend. Because she wasn't playing better than Svitolina in that first 4 games. All right. First stream, I think, was like 2019 Wimbledon. But I didn't really watch much until 21. Okay, fair enough. There wasn't much to watch until 21, to be honest. 2020 was a wash. If we're doing tributes, Cam saved me with this channel, the hardest part of my life. Hey, Tori, glad that you're here. Glad to distract you. 89K, found the channel. Still here, all these streams. Sharing tennis knowledge experience. That's it. Found the channel 2021 US Open. Medi and Djokovic. Nice. That was a moment. I remember when you unboxed your silver play button during the Layla match, I think. Yeah, I can't remember. It was after Wimbledon. I remember when the postman came in, he was like, he knocked on the door and he was like, hey, it came in like a black box. And he's like, what? He goes, what is that? I'm like, oh, it's a YouTube play button. He's like, YouTube. Oh, you do YouTube, do you? I'm like, yeah. And then it came in a black box with a little note that said, congratulations, blah, blah, blah. I only started chatting around the time that I saw Cam on TV. Lurked before. Oh, man, that was a trip. That was last year, right? I can't remember when that was. When the hell did they call me up? When did I go on TV, chat? Was it last year? Yeah, it was during the doubles at the US Open, right? 15 love. US Open. I think there's a video out there somewhere. Is it still on? It must be a thing. I'm just glad I didn't, swear or something. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was US Open last year. God, I look like I'm know what I'm doing. 30 love. Serve out wide, the forehand of Svitolina. Good return, the forehand of Bencic. Svitolina backhand again, the forehand of Bencic. As with a forehand rally. Another one from Svitolina up the line. As Bencic gets it back. Svitolina comes to the net. Bencic with a pass. Svitolina with a slice, but Bencic backhand pickup. Lovely shot. 40 love. Great hustle by Bencic. By the way, Bencic does have like a patch, like a bandage on the back of her leg, on her right hamstring. So we'll keep an eye on her movements. $40 love. $40 love. First serve's a fault, second serve. As a return goes in the backhand of Bencic. Backhand now from Svitolina. In the net. 4-2 Bencic. US Open mixed doubles week. I was surprised you could speak so slowly. Yeah, it's a lot different having a conversation with somebody than it is just yelling and screaming into a microphone. All right. We've had earthquakes, power cuts, new dog reveal, goat couch fundathon, Halloween streams, epic matches, so much more. Yeah, fire alarms, fire alarms, earthquakes were a trip. 15 love. We've also had different locations. I mean, Laura, you've been here for a while. I've streamed from different places, different houses. Back out as that goes up the line and off the tape from Bencic is a winner, 15-0. Yeah, we've had to locate remotely because something happened and I have to leave the house for 5 seconds, go and sit somewhere else. $15-0. Ace down the tee from Svitolina. 30-15. First serve's a fault, second serve. Yeah, there's a lot of lore to the Tennis Talk channel. It's crazy. So much crazy. Backhand rally. As Bencic goes up the line to the forehand of Svitolina. Bencic. Cross-court backhand. Svitolina passing shot goes wide. Bencic is just putting on so much pressure here. 30-0. Chance for a double break. Potentially for Bencic. Hadar immediately breaks. Of course he does. 30-0. First serve's a fault, second serve. Serving in the backhand of Bencic. Svitolina forehand to the forehand of Bencic. The drop shot's good. Svitolina's going to get there. Bencic with a volley, though, straight through Svitolina. And Bencic has got a break point for a double break 30-40. Bencic is just... The first 4 games, Svitolina was playing much better, but didn't get anything to show for it. Bencic in the last 2 to 3 games has not missed. She has settled in. Great volley straight at Svitolina. But that's what you're going to do. You're going to hit the volley straight at her. I mean, why would you hit it? Past her? Next to her? Why would you do that? All right, 30-40. First serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve. To the backhand of Bencic. Backhand of Svitolina. Again to the backhand of Bencic. Svitolina. Again to the backhand of Bencic. Svitolina backhand again. Goes wide. Double break. Bencic cruising now. 5-2 in this first set. And again, after the first couple of games that were super, super close, it's been all Bencic last 3 games. All right, 5-2 Bencic. She'll serve at the set. Damn. This happened out of nowhere. I remember you running around the AO in the terrible heat and your excitement at your Carlos City sighting. Yeah, we saw Carlos. We've been in the AO a few times. Went to Kooyong. Checked out Kooyong for a second. Man, there's a lot going on. Do you think Dion can take a set today? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I don't think Zverev's got it easy today at all. I think Zverev's got to be careful. I mean, they all got to be careful, right? Everybody in the draw is got to be careful. One bad day and you're out. And you've lost your chance at a French Open. Because let's be honest, everybody's got a chance to win the French Open now. The French Open is open. It's open for everybody. Found the interview, reposted in Discord. There you go. All right. 5-2 Bencic. Yeah, lower ranked players headhunting. Exactly. I mean, the opportunity for anybody in the draw, even if you're 100 in the world right now, is there. The opportunity is there. And it's getting even better on the women's side too, because we've lost 4 top 10 players in the last 24 hours. And we're not even in the quarterfinals yet. First serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve. Oh, double fault. It's the upset open. That's it. Love 15. All right. All right, good hitting there from Svitolina. All right, love 40. All right, love 40. Bencic. She got a double break, so got the insurance. First serve's a fault, second serve. Double fault. There's a break back. All right, 5-3. You're right, Cam. De Jong's lethal against lethal against Hashanov, and I'm not confident with Zverev's match that he can win that match. Yeah, I mean, there is no guarantee that anybody can win anything right now. Everybody's on watch. All right, first serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve, Svitolina serving to stay in the set. As the backhand goes into the backhand of the forehand of Bencic. Forehand from Svitolina on the stretch. Bencic, backhand cross court, slicing Svitolina. Goes in the net. Love 15. What happened to Swiatek? I went out for dinner, checked, and she was down 6-1 in the second. Yeah. She just could not get it together today. She just couldn't get it together. Return goes in the forehand to Svitolina. Up the line, winner by Svitolina. Beautiful forehand winner. 15-all. 15-all. I mean, Zverev should win, but I think De Jong will make it tough. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that ain't going to be easy. 15-all. Backhand return. Into the backhand Svitolina. Backhand to Bencic. Again to the backhand Svitolina. Is Bencic backhand again. To the backhand Svitolina. Into the Bencic forehand. Svitolina backhand again. Bencic goes again to the backhand Svitolina. As Bencic hits it in the net. All right, and this crowd is going for Svitolina. We know why. All right, 30-15. She has definitely got the crowd on her side. 30-15. We've got a fault second serve. All right, return goes in and up the line from Svitolina. Bencic gets it back with a cross-court backhand, and then eventually, cross-court forehand, and then eventually the backhand up the line. And it's 30-all. There's a fault from Svitolina. Second serve. Second serve. As a return goes in the back into Svitolina. Back into Bencic. Into the forehand of Svitolina. Bencic slice on the stretch. As a forehand from Svitolina. That's a winner. Great play by Svitolina. All right, advantage. Advantage, Svitolina. As the return goes into the forehand, Svitolina. 40-30, she puts it away. All right. And it's going to be Bencic serving for the set again. All right. All right. By the way, chat, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you've been here all day, you already know that I've told you why you should subscribe, so you don't need me to yap again. All right. Oh, yeah, Rublev plays later. He plays sort of like last on the other court. Svitolina back this set. Bencic will be steamrolled in the second, okay? Yeah, you got Hodar now, and then you've got another match, and then you've got Rublev. Andreeva plays after Hodar, and then Rublev. And then Rublev. All right, Bencic serving for the set again. She already tried to serve for it once. All right, 5-4. That's with a fault. Second serve. Second serve. There's a return. Goes to forward to Bencic. Bencic sprays it. All right. Love 15. Love 15. Serving to the forehand Svitolina. Forehand from Bencic. Into the forehand Svitolina. Bencic again. To the forehand Svitolina. Bencic. Up the line. Goes long. Love 30. All right. Love 30. All right. Love 30. Bencic serves again. That's a fault. Second serve. As the return goes, oh, just wide by Svitolina. 15-30. All right, 15-30. Bencic serves again. Good serve. Ace out wide. 30-all. 30-all. As the return goes into the backhand of Bencic, but Bencic in the net. All right, Svitolina's got a break back point to get back on serve and back level. All right. 30-40. There's a fault, second serve. As Svitolina returns back into Bencic. Svitolina back into the forehand of Bencic. Drop shot's good. Svitolina's going to get it, though. And hit a drop shot back. Bencic up the line. Svitolina volleys a lob. But I think it missed. It did. Yep, it did. And we get the deuce. Oh, that was close. All right. All right, return. Goes in the back of Bencic. Forehand out from Svitolina as Bencic forehand again. To the forehand of Svitolina. Bencic keeps it to the forehand of Svitolina. They're just going forehand to forehand. Svitolina. Forehand cross court again. Bencic slices it up the line wide. Svitolina just went for it more. And it's advantage Svitolina. Svitolina to get back on serve. All right. Advantage Svitolina. As the return goes in, the backhand of Bencic. Svitolina. Backhand goes wide. Bencic gets the deuce. Bencic's getting angry as well at the coach. He's like, can we get this set already? Bloody hell. All right, deuce. Bencic serves again. A fault. Second serve. The forehand of Svitolina. Bencic forehand again. The forehand of Svitolina. Bencic up the line. Svitolina slices it back. Bencic. Backhand cross court. Svitolina gets it back, and now Bencic in trouble. She goes up the line to the forehand of Svitolina. Forehand from Bencic sliced. Not going to be good enough. Svitolina's going to get there, but hit in the net. It is good enough. It was a high drop shot. Very high drop shot. But it was just over the net, so it was actually super effective. It looked like she hit it high and onto the service line, but it dropped. And Svitolina got there, but just couldn't quite flick it over the net. All right, advantage Bencic. First serve's a fault. That was close. Second serve. Second serve. There's a return. Goes in the forehand of Bencic. Svitolina back into the forehand of Bencic. Bencic hits it out. And it's deuce again. All right, back to deuce. Bencic serves. Into the back of Svitolina. Bencic backhand inside out. Hits the line. Beautiful shot. Advantage Bencic. Set point. To take the first set. Whoa, right in the corner too. Great shot. Serve. To the backhand of Svitolina. Bencic backhand. Winner. There it is. First set to Bencic. Eventually gets it. There was a little bit of a shaky end to that set, but she got there eventually. Okay. All right. Here we go. Bencic takes the first. If Bencic wins, plays well, she'll win. Yeah. Svitolina didn't play bad in the first, in the first part of that match. She probably should have got a break early on. But Bencic was the one who broke. And then 2 breaks was too many. Remember, the winner of this plays Kostyuk in the quarterfinals in a couple of days. And both these ladies have made semis of slams, so they probably like their chances against Kostyuk based on experience, right? Based on winning quarterfinals. 9 winners, 12 errors from Bencic. 12 winners, 9 errors from Svitolina. Svitolina played better. She just missed too many first serves, and her second serve was attacked. But yeah, Svitolina should have probably won that set. She was playing much better. She was in a much better position throughout the early parts of the match and didn't take the advantage. Bencic is not much younger than Castello. Yes, she is. I think she's like 7 years younger. Bencic is like in her 20s. Castello is like 37, isn't she? Yeah, Bencic is 29. Castello is 36. That's a lot. That says a lot. 7 years in tennis is a long time. It's a long ass time. That is a very long time. Bencic winning this match wouldn't be a big shock, but she hasn't done well here. I guess. Hasn't she made a quarterfinal here before? I thought she made a quarters here before, maybe a fourth round. Yeah, fourth round. Oh no, this is okay. This is her first fourth round. Okay, so she hasn't done well here. You're right. I thought she made a quarter here. Maybe I'm forgetting. I'm thinking someone else. Yeah. She's never made it past the fourth round here before. Interesting. Never made it to the fourth round before. All right. Here we go. Let's see if Svitolina can get off to a better start here in the second. She played well at the start of the first, but she just didn't get the breaks, and Bencic did, and that was the difference. All right. Six 4 Bencic. As the return goes back to Svitolina. Cross-court winner by Svitolina. Too good. And it's 15-love. All right, first serve is fault, second serve. As the return goes into the forehand of Svitolina, Bencic. Forehand again to the forehand of Svitolina. Into that Bencic backhand. Svitolina backhand cross court. Bencic puts up a lob defensively, and then the smash winner by Svitolina. And it's 30-love. Backhand goes into the backhand of Bencic. Svitolina with a lob. Bencic smash. Svitolina gets it. Bencic backhand. Svitolina's got that too with a forehand, but in the net, she just cramped herself up. Svitolina on that forehand, and that was a poor miss. Head-to-head is 4-2 Svitolina, including a match earlier this year where Svitolina won in 3. All right, forehand goes into the back of the Bencic, but no. That is out by Svitolina. 30-all. 30-all. And that goes out on the return. And it's 40-30 Svitolina. Been a while since Bencic has beaten Svitolina. Yeah, it's been ages. All right. That goes out by Bencic. All right, Svitolina 1-love in the second. Much better start. I don't think Svitolina's too disappointed by the first set. She played well, considering. By the way, chat, we're almost at 300 likes. Appreciate that. All right. Hadar is 4-2 in the first, by the way. I'd still say slight favourite Svitolina to win. Yeah, I think so. I think Svitolina played better in the first set. She just didn't convert as many break points as Bencic. They both had 3. One love. One love Svitolina. We got a fault second serve. As a return goes in by Svitolina. All right, love 15. Serve again, Bencic. As the return goes in the back of Bencic, backing up from Svitolina. Again to the back of Bencic, Svitolina. Again to the back of Bencic as Svitolina goes up the line. Slice from Bencic as Svitolina forehand in the net. 15 all. Oh. There's a drop shot. Is good by Bencic. Svitolina gets there, but Bencic puts away the easy forehand winner. And it's 30-15. I think this is my favorite Grand Slam so far, both WTA and ATP. Yeah, it's been great. It's been very interesting. Hey, what's up, Contra? How you doing? As the backhand return goes in the backhand of Bencic. Backhand now from Svitolina. Bencic up the line. Svitolina gets back with a forehand to the front of Bencic. Again, the front of Svitolina. Bencic again to the front of Svitolina. As Bencic forehand up the line. Svitolina backhand to the front of Bencic. Svitolina backhand again. Into the backhand of Bencic. As Svitolina gets that forehand back. Bencic again up the line. Svitolina goes cross court. Bencic drop shot. Svitolina gets it. Bencic drive volley into the open court on the backhand side. All right, 40-15. I was watching tennis at work, and now they ban the internet for everyone. Cam, it is your fault for making me love tennis. I'm not sorry. 40-15. I told you earlier, you got to put it on the second monitor, man. Dude out here watching tennis at work? What are you talking about? You got to be putting me... Where's second monitor? You got to put it on the second monitor on the second tab while you're doing your spreadsheet for your meeting on Friday. What do you mean? Come on, man. You don't need to watch the streams. Just listen to them. Come on. I'll tell you what's happening. You don't need to watch what's happening. I'll tell you what's happening. Man. Dude got the whole workplace in trouble. It's crazy, man. All right. 1-1. As with a 4-4 rally. Bencic again with the forehand. Is shanked. Long. 15 love, Svitolina. I'm playing HOT on my main monitor, and you're on the second monitor and the match on the big screen. There you go. That's the setup. There you go. That's the setup. This is second monitor content. We got this. You don't have to sit here and stare. We'll keep you covered with audio. Backhand up the line to the forehand of Bencic. Svitolina backhand. Again to the forehand of Bencic, but Svitolina overhit it. It's 15 all. Umpire's going to check. No. 15 all. Svitolina serves. As we return into the forehand of Svitolina, forehand from Bencic into the net, 30-15. A bad miss. 30-15. As the return goes into the forehand of Svitolina. Backhand now from Bencic. Into the backhand of Svitolina. As Bencic backhand again. Svitolina puts up a bit of a moon ball. Bencic on the attack. Comes to the net. Svitolina pass. Bencic volleys. Svitolina pass. Bencic volleys. Svitolina lob. Bencic drive volley. Is a winner. Great rally. Bencic all over the net. 30 all. All right, 30 all. Great play by Bencic. Good hands. Reactions perfect. Oop, dog's left. He's had enough. You had enough, Bob. Hey, you had enough of that. You had enough of that. She's like, I don't want to hear this anymore. I don't need to be here. First serve's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. The backhand of Bencic. Return goes back into Svitolina. Bencic can't get that one. Svitolina inside out backhand winner. 40-30. 40-30. By the way, chat room is 300 likes. Appreciate that. You might have forgot that you had to like this stream too. You might have liked the last stream. Make sure you check. Just scroll down, and if you're at work, maybe just like wait until everybody's gone, and then just scroll down and check if you've liked it, like the video. Serve goes in the back of the Bencic up the line. That's a great shot. It's Svitolina in the net. We get the deuce. Well, we get the deuce. My bad, I didn't like the video. That's it. You got to check. All right, deuce. Goes with a 4-4 rally. Bencic on the stretch. Goes in the forehand of Svitolina up the line. Svitolina hits it long. And Bencic has got another chance to break. All right. Advantage Bencic. I was caught watching Kostruk versus Swiatek. My boss threw me off the skyscraper. Damn. That's a bit over. I think that's an overreaction from him. Jesus. Anyways, glad you're here. Forehand goes down to the backhand of Svitolina. Backhand of Bencic in the net. Back to deuce. All right, deuce. All right, serve again. Into the forehand of Bencic. Forehand now from Svitolina. Again, the forehand of Bencic. Sliced. Svitolina. Again to the Bencic forehand up the line. And wide by Bencic. Svitolina with the advantage. Advantage Svitolina. Advantage Svitolina. Return goes out by Bencic. Svitolina holds 2-1 in the second. All right. Why NFL hasn't changed it to having games on Saturdays as well? I have no idea what that means. I'm out of the loop on that. All right. Give your hot take on who is a potential Roland Garros winner. I don't know. Casper Ruud, because that would be really wholesome. I don't know. Why would they switch to Saturdays? What? Why? Imagine PCB winning Roland Garros. That would be pretty crazy. But anybody has got a chance. Everybody's in the draw's got a chance. Looks like the struggle begins for Hodar. He just got broken back. Yeah, that match is going to be a physical match for sure. Has Hadar played anyone with experience, like veteran experience? Because that could be a big difference. He played Mickelson, who has no veteran experience. So yeah, Mickelson's new. Duckworth's kind of a vet, but not like in the same way PCB is. Like PCB is, former top 10 Grand Slam semifinalist, right? Olympic silver medal? No, bronze medalist, right? He won the bronze medal at the Olympics 21. I mean, so it's the first time Hadar's playing a seasoned pro who knows how to win at Grand Slams. He was on the other side of Djokovic, getting defaulted. So, and he also beat Djokovic at the Olympics to win the bronze. So, I mean, this is who Hadar's playing today. He's playing a guy that, ex-top 10, right? A man that knows how to play these tournaments and knows how to play these matches. Backhand to backhand rally. As with a slice from Svitolina into the front of Bencic. Svitolina pass, Bencic volley, Svitolina backhand is a winner. Beautiful pass, love 30. Here we go. Svitolina a chance to get a break point here. Also, PCB is like just a mental hurdle for Hadar as well, because mentally, PCB is gonna work Hadar into the ground. He's gonna make you earn everything. All right, 15-30. Oh, sorry, love 30. It's love 30. Serving the front of Svitolina. Return goes back to Bencic. Svitolina backhand into the net. 15-30. I was just 1 point ahead. Sorry, my bad. 15-30. Spoilers. All right, 15-30. All right, return. Goes in the backhand of Bencic. Svitolina backhand slice. Bencic backhand again. To the backhand of Svitolina. Bencic. Backhand goes wide. 15-40. Svitolina to get the break here in this second set. All right, serving to the forehand of Svitolina. Forehand from Bencic up the line. Svitolina backhand. That's a great shot. Bencic gets it. Svitolina open court. Bencic gets it back, though. They go forehand to forehand. Now Bencic back in the rally. Svitolina forehand again to the forehand of Bencic. Drop shot's good. No, it's no good. He got let in the net. Svitolina breaks. 3-1 in the second. Three-1. 3-1. Nadal will get stronger. He's not Carlos, who was best Djokovic, Nadal, Zverev at 18, but he's not far off. Yeah, I mean, Nadal's fine. Nadal's fine. That's really great serve, Svitolina, 15 love. Love. No fault, second serve. Double fault. 15-0. Svitolina serves again. Into the forehand of Bencic. Backhand now Svitolina. The back of Bencic. Bencic sprays it wide on the backhand. And it's 30-15. Now, Bencic isn't hurt. She just has tape on her left hamstring. But it's not, I wouldn't say that it's definitely not affecting her movement, and it's definitely not affecting her game. But she does have like a bandage on the back of her leg. 40-15. As a return goes in the forehand to Svitolina. Forehand now from Bencic. Into the forehand to Svitolina. Bencic up the line. And Svitolina backhand goes wide. 40-30. As we get a let. (40-30). Great serve out wide. Bencic returns. And then Svitolina puts it away. 4-1 Svitolina. This is what the first set could have been like for Svitolina had she have got that early break then. Because she was definitely a chance of taking that early break then. And it would have maybe been the similar score. But she's done it now. She is up a break in the second. Still down a set. Okay. All right. How are we doing, chat? Nadal Booster's close, yeah. They're playing a battle. Real battle. She had a cramp last match in her hamstring. Oh, okay. I think it's precautionary. Yeah, I think so too. I don't think it's anything to worry about. She's running around totally normal. She's doesn't look bothered. Doesn't look bothered at all. So, I tell you, Carreño Busta, like I said, he is going to play a smart, cagey veteran match. Because even though he might not win the first set, and I know he's currently serving for the set, but even if he does lose that set, right? Let's say Hadar breaks back, whatever. It's been an hour. So, like, PCB is like, okay, bro, I'm going to test your legs, mate. Like, he is smart. He's 30. He's been around, right? PCB's been around. So when you're playing against those guys, you know, they're not going to try and overhit you and try and out-hit you with, you know, power and speed and all the fancy shots that maybe someone like a Mickelson was trying to do. He's gonna slow things down. It's going to be an ugly battle. Like, it's going to be a dogfight. And he's going to drag you into the mud. You're not going to be able to play your fancy shots. He's going to play ugly at times, and he's going to make it a long match because he knows that physically he can outlast you. Like, PCB physically is kind of a beast. He rates his chances physically. He might not be able to hit as many nice shots as Hodar, but he will definitely back himself to outlast Hodar. And that's where, like Djokovic, for example, you know, I know it didn't work against Fonseca, which is interesting, but like these older guys, you know, the guys that are sort of seasoned against the new guys want to hit winners. They want to be flashy. They want to be fancy. They want to show off a little bit. The older guys are like, we're not going to do anything crazy. We're just going to grind. And that's what PCB can do. I mean, he is not, when you think of Carreño Busta, you don't think of like fancy. You don't think of the crazy, like he just grinds, man. He is a machine. And you got to play that guy. Like, he is just a machine. So it's a different match to what Hadar's played recently. Mentally, it's also a different match too, because you're going to have to play some long points, and it's going to be some real frustrating tennis. It's going to be annoying. All right, anyways, love 40, Bencic. What the hell? Where'd this come from? I wasn't even ready. 15-40. That goes in the net from Svitolina. 15-40. Serve. The backhand of Svitolina. Backhand of Bencic. The backhand of Svitolina. Bencic. Backhand again. Into the forward of Svitolina. Bencic gets it back. Svitolina forehand up the line. Bencic slice. Svitolina on the attack. Drop shot. Bencic gets it. Puts it away. Just hit the baseline. All right. 30-40. 30-40. That wasn't a pretty rally from towards the end, but Bencic eventually wins the point. The drop shot was not good. That drop shot was not. That drop shot was not good enough. 30-40. As the return goes in, the forehand of Bencic. Backing out from Svitolina to the backhand of Bencic. Svitolina backhand. Again, the backhand of Bencic up the line. Bencic hits the winner, and we get the deuce. There are people in the audience booing Hadar. That ball go incident has done him a lot of harm. All right. I doubt that people in the crowd are booing Hadar. But thank you for... Well, I will listen. Let me listen. Let me see. Are they actually... Chat, somebody... We need confirmation on that. Set points for Carreño Busta, by the way. All right, advantage Svitolina. Advantage Svitolina for the double break. As we default second serve. Man, Hadar's going to be in a... This is going to be a fight. This is going to be a dog fight. Not true, I'm watching it. Yeah, okay. I thought so. Anyways, back in return. Into the forehand of Bencic. Forehand now from Svitolina. Bencic. Forehand again. The forehand of Svitolina. Bencic forehand up the line. Svitolina. Can't get that one. Bencic puts it away. PCB takes the first. Yep, and it was 1 hour. The time is going to be... That's going to be the more significant part, is how long PCB took to win the first set. Why do people like to make up things? Nobody is booing. Yeah, nobody's booing. Nobody's booing. Yeah, I think somebody just wanted attention. There's been a 4-4 rally. Backhand now from Bencic. Svitolina with the break already. Bencic comes in, drive volley winner. And it's advantage Bencic to keep it within one break. But yeah, Hadar, even if Hadar wins the second set, it's going to be like 2 hours gone, and you've got to still win 2 more sets. So, like, physically, Hadar is going to be tested today. We're going to find out how his legs work. It's going to be a physical effort. Yeah, Hadar was up 4-1 as well, which would hurt too. An advantage Bencic. As the return goes into the backhand of Svitolina. Forehand from Bencic in the middle. Svitolina forehand cross court. Bencic gets it. Svitolina forehand again. Bencic goes up the line. Svitolina is there with a backhand cross, but it's in the net. It's 4-2. Bencic holds. Bencic holds. All right, Svitolina with the one break. She has definitely been the more dominant player in this in this set. All right, 4-2. All right, as that goes out by Bencic, 15. Love. PCB's underrated. He has a much better stats, also a bigger serve, yeah. Yeah, he is, like, that's the thing though. Like, he is not a fancy, flashy player, but man, he is tough. He's tough. As Svitolina, it's a lovely backhand. Bencic tried to go for a drop shot, did not work. 30 love. Like, PCB is the definition of a journeyman, right? Like, when we think journeyman, he's kind of a journeyman. You know, he's not really, you know, he hasn't got the glory of a Grand Slam. He's made a couple of runs. He has got a 1,000 title, but, you know, he'll retire as a top 10. You know, maybe he'll go into coaching, right? Former top 10, 1,000 champion, semi-finals of slams, Olympic bronze medalist. Like, he's got a good resume, right? But a real journeyman of the two, a workhorse. Probably open an academy when he retires, or maybe he'll coach. He is the kind of player, like, he is the, like, you know, the top players in the world don't always coach when they retire, right? It's the players that are sort of in that mid-range. Like, they didn't get the glory of the slams, but they still were competitive in their time, got some good wins. They're the guys that go into coaching, right? Like, they're the ones that make the best coaches. You know, those guys that are not, like Darren Cahill, right? You know, he didn't win a Grand Slam, but, you know, he was thereabouts. Brad Gilbert, right? These kind of guys. Like, it seems like PCB, if he wants to be a coach, I mean, maybe he doesn't want to. Maybe he wants to play golf. But, like, he's the sort of player that would be sort of in that middle, in that realm. Imagine if he coached Hadar one day. Anyways, Svitolina holds 5-2. Yeah, I'm watching it. It's crazy. He's getting schooled a little bit. He's getting schooled. What does journeyman mean? It means a guy that's just been around. Like, he's been there. Like, you know, he's been there. He's worked his ass off. I mean, look, the technical definition of journeyman. Let me give you the, you know, is referred to a skilled tradesman who has completed an official apprenticeship. And that's definitely not what we're talking about here. In sports, it refers to an athlete who is competent and experienced, but rarely stays, like, with the one franchise for long. So they're talking about different sports. But, like, yeah, an athlete that's, you know, competent, experienced, never really achieved the glory, right? Wasn't really the top of the top. You know, was in the top 10, but, like, you know, had some moments, but not, you know, being in the top 10 for 10 years straight, or multiple slam finals, or, you know, sort of that, just that guy that's been around tour forever. You know, Batista Agut is another one, right? He's been around forever, and he just kind of grinding the tour. You know, had some good runs, had some great wins. You know, that's sort of the, yeah. Whereas the difference between him and someone like a Dimitrov, right? Dimitrov would be a sort of a level above, I think, because he was sort of top 3, right? He was, you know, around, you know, those big guys for a lot longer. He was in the top 10 for longer as well, Dimitrov. So Dimitrov wouldn't be a journeyman. He would be sort of a little bit of a level above. You'd put him more in the, I guess, like the Ferrer-ish category, right? But for Carreño Busta, it's like he's, you know, he got in the top 10. He's had a really solid career, right? Really solid. Nothing was expected of him, right? Nobody expected him to, you know, beat the world, right? But he's had a solid... Yeah, sort of just a solid... He's a solid player. He's had a solid career. Serving the backhand of Svitolina was a fault. Second serve. Bencic. Into the back of Svitolina again. Backhand now from Bencic up the line. Svitolina love 15 and eventually hits it in the net. 15-0. 15-all. Serve for Bencic. Trying to stay in this set. There's a return. Goes out by Svitolina. 30-15. All right, 30-15. First serve's a fault, second serve. As the serve goes to front of Svitolina. Bencic forehand off the tape goes wide. 30-all. 30-all. Chance for Svitolina to close it out here and take this set. $30-all. As the return goes in, the forehand of... No, it's called a fault. Umpire's going to check. And that was out. Second serve. Serve again, Bencic. To the backhand of Svitolina. Backhand of Bencic up the line. Svitolina forehand. Into the net. (40-30) Bencic to make Svitolina serve for it. Serve. There's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the back of Svitolina. Backing it for Bencic. Again, the back of Svitolina. Bencic with a forehand to the forehand of Svitolina. Bencic forehand again is a drop shot. Svitolina gets it with a slice. Bencic volleys in the net. We get to deuce. We get to deuce. All right. Nice pick up by Svitolina. Deuce. As the backhand return goes to forehand of Bencic. Backhand of Svitolina. Again to the backhand of Bencic. Svitolina backhand again. Into the forehand of Svitolina as Bencic wins the point. Svitolina goes wide. Advantage Bencic. Advantage Bencic. Advantage Bencic to make Svitolina serve for the set. Backhand return goes to front of Bencic. Backhand again from Svitolina's in the net. All right. Bencic holds. 5-3. Svitolina's going to serve the set. All right. 5-3. All right. Svitolina serving for the second. First serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the back of the Bencic. Forehand from Svitolina. Again, the forehand of Bencic. Svitolina. Forehand again to the forehand of Bencic. Now Svitolina with the backhand cross court. Bencic gets it. Svitolina backhand again. To the backhand of Bencic. Then Svitolina forehand again to the Bencic backhand. Svitolina gets it back into the forehand of Bencic. Svitolina slice. Bencic drop shot in the net. Oh, man. Bencic played a good point. 15 love. 15 love. Winner of this plays Kostyuk. $15 love. As with a forehand to forehand rally. Bencic now with the backhand. Into the backhand of Svitolina. Bencic comes to the net. Svitolina passing shot goes wide. 15-0. All right, 15-0. Svitolina serves. The backhand of Bencic. Return goes into the front of Svitolina. Bencic back on the stretch. Svitolina forehand. Bencic up the line. Svitolina can't get it back. And Bencic has got a little chance here to get it back on serve. 15-30. 15-30. As Bencic returns the forehand to Svitolina. Bencic wins a point. Svitolina in the net. 15-40. Chance for Bencic to get back on serve and really just make this really tough. All right, 15-40. As a return, goes into the forehand of Svitolina. Oh, she hit it wide. She had the whole court. Bencic went the wrong way. And Svitolina pushed it wide. She went for too much. Back on serve, Bencic. 4-5. All right, 4-5. Chat. All right, how we doing, chat? Yeah, Bencic got a hold, though. Yeah, she just overhit that. I mean, she didn't need to hit it that hard. That was unnecessarily aggressive on the forehand. She just needed to hit that into the open court. Didn't need to hit it that hard and close to the line. Bencic was running the other way. Remember, the winner plays against Kostyuk. So Adal's lost 7 games in a row. He's down 6-4-3 love. So he's getting a lesson by one of the vets, but let's see. Let's see if we can lock back in. PCB showing his skills, yeah. Yep. Should not have been overlooked. Sorry, he's lost 8 games in a row. My bad. I can't count. I'm not watching that match. I'm watching the women's match. 5-4. Bencic serving to stay in the set now. As Bencic serves. A fault. Second serve. Serving to the backhand of Svitolina. Forehand from Bencic to the forehand of Svitolina. Bencic forehand up the line. Svitolina backhand to the backhand of Bencic. Bencic is it wide. Love 15. Love 15. First serve the fault, second serve. All right, so the backhand goes out by Svitolina. 15 all. All right, is it a forehand rally? Svitolina again with a forehand up the line. Oh, what a shot! 15-30. What a shot from Svitolina. All right, Svitolina wants to take this set right now. As a return, goes to front of Bencic. Svitolina lob. Bencic with a drive volley. Oh, it's in the net. She was running backwards and couldn't get any power on that forehand. And it's 15-40. 2 set points for Svitolina. Take us to a third. Svitolina's been the better player in this set. $15-40. Bencic serves a fault. Second serve. 4 love Carreño Busta. 9 games in a row. Jeez. Serve. Into the backhand of Svitolina. Bencic backhand. Goes wide. We're going 3, baby. Svitolina takes the set. And we're going to a third. Svitolina's shaking the fist, giving herself a bit of a pep talk. All right, we're going 3. This is much better than the Swiatek match, quality-wise. There's been a lot of breaks, but this has definitely felt a lot more evenly matched and a lot more winners. All right, we're going 3. Nadal looks fucked, by the way. He looks stuffed. Like, what the hell? Like, Nadal looks exhausted. If it falls for Svitolina, okay? He's in big trouble. But, like, he just looked exhausted. He's walking around real slow. All right, that's it, by the way. 8 winners, 12 errors by Bencic. 11 winners, 13 errors by Svitolina. Standard. Probably from the Mickelson match? Oh, yeah. It's definitely from the 5-set, I'm sure, of course. And in the first set, like I said, you know, Carreño Busta, you know, that first set was an hour. Also, did he win the first set against Mickelson? He did. This is the first time he's lost the first set at this Grand Slam too, remember? So you got to check these little things, right? Little things. Hadar, he won the first set against Mickelson. He won the first set against Duckworth. He won the first set against Kovacevic. He lost the second set against Mickelson and Duckworth, but he was winning. He was up a set and this is the first time he's lost a set this week. So in the first set. So again, mentally, it's a different, knowing that you have to play. You've already played an hour, and now you're going to play 3 more sets to get back. But even though now he's going to have to play, another 3 sets after this and not be able to give one up. The ball kid incident may make him lost focus. I hope not, because that'd be such a shame if like all the people online that were just, hopefully he didn't read any of that shit, because he didn't do anything wrong. And so many people just and this is the problem, right? Is the people that do that, they don't come back and say, actually, no, we got it wrong. And don't clarify to the people that they were influencing. Like, that's why, and I've said this before, chat, and look, I don't get it right all the time either. But I try my best, if something happens and I see it and then we get another angle of it, to clarify, hey, by the way, this is what happened. Check this out. By the way, if you want to go see if you think that Hodar did push that ball kid, you go watch the video that I reposted that shows that he wasn't even, she got out of his way and tripped. And it would be a shame if, as soon as they brought it up at the press conference, that's when you knew, oh shit, people are talking about this too much. And it's a shame that we didn't get like some clarification from the French Open to back him up a little bit, or from something. He had to defend himself, and then people have made up their minds that he's a bad guy off that, and so harsh. It's wrong. It's actually wrong, right? Because he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. So, such a shame. But every time somebody comes in here and from now on, if anybody comes in here and says anything like talking about that incident and branding Hadar as a bad person, I will clarify that to the death. I'll defend that moment, because that was so unfair for him. Yeah, he's just tired. I don't think it has anything to do with the last. The only thing it has to do with the last match is that he's played a long match, and he's maybe just running out a bit of steam, which is fair. He's only 19. He's had a good run. 4th round of a Grand Slam in your second slam is a good run. Backhand to backhand rally. Let's see who wins this final set. Chat, give me who's going to win this final set. Who is going to win this final set? I'm going to stick with Svitolina. Love 15. As that goes down, the return from Bencic, 15-0. No idea. Svitolina. All right. There's a lot of people going with Svitolina. 15-0. As we get a backhand from Svitolina. Backhand to Bencic up the line. Svitolina forehand lob. Bencic forehand. Drive volley winner. 15-30. All right. 15-30. Is Deb not here? Chat. 15:30. Did I miss Deb leaving the chat? All right, first serve, the fault, second serve. As the return goes the backhand of Svitolina, backing out from Bencic, and then Svitolina forehand to the forehand of Bencic. Svitolina with the backhand again, to the backhand of Bencic, to the backhand of Svitolina. Bencic again with the backhand, into the forehand now of Svitolina. Sliced, Bencic on the attack. Forehand up the line winner, Bencic, break points to start this final set. All right. All right. 15-40. There's a back of return. Goes out by Bencic, and it's 30-40. All right, 30-40. And an ace by Svitolina. All right, deuce. All right, we get the deuce. Bencic is starting to get angry at herself. I mean, she's got to take these opportunities early. And that's a good serve, Svitolina. Advantage. Good serving, Svitolina. Advantage, Svitolina. As with a fault, second serve. As we return. Into the net by Bencic. All right. Svitolina holds. Tough game. And it's 1-love in the third. Svitolina. All right. Very close second set. Bencic was coming back. But Svitolina ends up breaking in the end to take the set. And she was definitely the better player in that second set, obviously. All right. 1-love Svitolina in the final set. As Bencic serves. Remember, the winner plays against Kostyuk. And also remember that there's Zverev coming on next. As the return goes in the net by Svitolina. 15-love. 15-love. Bencic serves again. All right, first serve's a fault, second serve. As the return goes back into Bencic, back into Svitolina, to the back into Bencic on the stretch. Svitolina, the forehand winner. 15-0. As we get a return. Nope, that's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. As we return to forehand of Bencic, forehand of Svitolina. Into the forehand of Bencic, down to the back of Svitolina. Bencic up the line. Svitolina with a forehand cross court. Bencic gets it, but Svitolina backhand open court winner. Great pickup, Svitolina. 15-30. That was a great pickup. Bencic did a good shot down the line. But Svitolina was there with the cross backhand. Great rally, great hustle. Hey, Cam, did you go to the church today or the mosque or the temple? I'm in church right now. The church of tennis talk. What are you talking about? We're church is in session right now. What are you talking about? What? 15:30. We're here right now. We're going to start singing songs soon. As the return goes into the backhand of Bencic. Backhand of Svitolina. The backhand of Bencic. Svitolina. Up the line winner. Great shot. 15:40. 15:40. Yeah, we've got the tennis gods. Praying it doesn't rain. Might rain. Looks the cloud. It's getting overcast. All right, 15:40. Svitolina to get the break. As the return goes to the front of Bencic. Svitolina slice. Into the front of Bencic. Svitolina backhand lob. But it's long. And it's 30-40. One saved. Can't wait for Rafael Fonseca. 50-50. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, 30-40. And Bencic serves again. The Temple of Tennis. That's exactly where we are right now. We're in the Temple of Tennis. I'm going to turn this place to look like a cave or a temple. Okay. All right. 30-40. Second set, Bencic. Serving to the point of Svitolina, return winner. All right. Svitolina takes the break. Early in this final set. All right. All right. Here we go. Svitolina, 15 love. As the return goes in by Bencic, 30 love. $30 love. Serve again. Into the front of Bencic. Back in out from Svitolina. To the back of Bencic. Bencic in the net. 40 love. All right, 40 love. We had a fault second serve. As return goes out by Bencic. 3 love Svitolina. All of a sudden, she is dominating. Okay. 3 love Svitolina. She is in control of this final set. All right. Cam, Andy Roddick did a redraw yesterday. You should do one as well. Nah, I'm good. I've got my other things I can do, but that's good. I don't really have time to do a redraw. Seriously though, plenty of people in chat attend a place of worship. We are a wonderful, eclectic, international bunch. Oh, yeah. We're from people from all around the world. All right. Only one break, though, in this final set. So 3-1 3-love might feel a little bit generous. If Svitolina wins this, my redraw is accurate. Cool. Tennis forever and ever. That's it. Yeah, I don't do redraws. I ride or die. And look, that's fine. Like, redraw is actually an interesting idea. Like halfway through the tournament to like repick stuff because but I just don't have time to do another draw preview video. Like, it's more of a personal thing. I just don't have time to make a new video about draw previews. Like, I don't. It's not something I want to do. I'll leave. Andy can do that, and I'll stick with my pick that Ruud's going to make the final, and Caboli make the semis, and Svitolina will make the final. All right, 15. I love 15. 15 love. Sorry. If I didn't have to stream so much, maybe I would do a redraw. But again, I filled out my draw in full. I can't go back and edit it. So even if I wanted to, I couldn't. I'm stuck with the fact that I picked Gauff and Sinner. I'm going to live with that. And I'll redraw at Wimbledon. I'll do a redraw at Wimbledon. When I have time to do one. A17 bench is 30-15. $30-15. $30-15. First serve's a fault, second serve. As we're find out of the back end of Svitolina, back end out from Bencic, goes out. And it's 30-0. 30-0. Uh, 30-0. As with a 4-4 rally. And, Svitolina hit it in on the forehand, 30-40. All right, Svitolina to get the double break here. All right, 30-40. $30-40. As that goes in the net by Bencic. There's the double break. All right. It is 4-love, Svitolina. All right. All right, 15-love. Svitolina is cruising. As the return goes out by Bencic, 30 love. We do have Zverev straight after this, so stay tuned. As Svitolina hits it out, it's 30-15. There's a bit of serve out wide the backhand of Bencic. Backhand now from Svitolina into the net. And Bencic into the net. 40-15. Svitolina cruising now. 40-15. Serve to the back of Bencic. Volley from Svitolina is too good. Was that in? Umpire's going to check. It looked in. That was a crazy serve volley if that's in. I think that's in. Bencic said, I don't know. And the umpire's going to say it's good. Yeah, umpire's going to say, you know, as soon as a player says, I don't know if it's in, they don't want to admit that it's out. So they'll let the umpire make the decision. And that's a smart move by Bencic. Like, what, she going to, like, let the if it's a close call and she can see, I think it might hit the line. She definitely thought it hit the line. But let the umpire check. Maybe they'll say it's out. It's not her fault then, right? Anyways, great serve and volley. Great serve and volley from Svitolina to get to 5 love. All right. 5 love. All right. How are we doing, chat? Are we getting into this? All right. Zverev shouldn't have any problems today. Well, he shouldn't. He shouldn't have any problems. Carino Busta's serving for the 2-sets-to-love lead. The Church of Tennis. Welcome. Welcome. That's what Tennis Talk is. We're the temple of tennis. All year round, every day. Hours and hours. All right. I think Zverev will drop a set today. Yeah, I think so too. I think De Jong will push him, especially early. It might even be 1 set all, a couple of tie breaks or something, right? I mean, De Jong's got a decent game. I'm pretty sure De Jong got a set off Sinner, didn't he? In 21? Or sorry, 24? I think. All right. Bencic, 2 hours in, serving to stay in the match. It has been a clinic in this final set from Svitolina. And it's 15 love. First return goes in the net. He took a set off Zverev last year as well. There you go. De Jong should not be dismissed. 15 love. As the return goes out by Svitolina, 30 love. As the return goes in, backhand. It's from Svitolina to the forehand of Bencic. Svitolina forehand to the backhand of Bencic. Bencic hit the wide. 30-15. Temple of Tennis would be a good name. Someone here want to start their own. Nope, copyrighted tennis. That's an association with me. So if you do copy it, you have to pay me royalties. Sorry. It's a branch of Tennis Talk. You can't use it. I'm sorry. Nobody else can use it. This is the temple of tennis. If you make something that's something else, that's not the temple of tennis. This is the temple of tennis. Temple of Tennis is right here. You can't have a Temple of Tennis somewhere else when it's here. Sorry, that's the rules. I didn't make them up. That's the rules. Unless my face is there or my voice is used, it ain't Temple of Tennis. That's sorry. Temple of Tennis is, if it doesn't got this couch isn't in the frame, then it ain't the temple. You need this couch to have a temple. Sorry. I'm sorry, do you have a dog? Temple of Tennis. I'm sitting in the temple right now. This is the temple. We're in the temple. Ain't nobody else making no temple. Svitolina return winner. Since when is this the Temple of Tennis? Since 2018. Since I first flicked the switch, went live in 2018 to watch Kyrgios play a match that you can go watch. It's still there. Go watch the first stream. This has been a temple since 2018. — 40-30. Bencic get on the board. Since when? Since when? Where you been? Invite all your friends. We leave the door open. All right, double fault. We get the deuce. Bencic just trying not to get bageled. As the return goes in from Svitolina, we got a match point for Svitolina. And this final set has just flown by. You could even design a temple because you're an architect. Exactly. If anyone's building a temple of tennis, it'd probably be somebody who's qualified to do so. I don't know. It makes sense to me. Make sure you subscribe to the temple. Backhand return into the forehand of Bencic. Bencic in the net. Svitolina does it. And she's going to play Kostyuk in the quarters. And she ran away with that final set. Bencic, she played a good match, Bencic, in the first two sets. It always felt like Svitolina's match, though. That first part of the match, Svitolina was in control. Bencic kind of took her chances where Svitolina didn't. Second set was all Svitolina, and then the final set, whew, Svitolina did not muck around. It did feel like she had the edge for most of the match, even when she lost the first set. Didn't feel like Bencic was dominating or controlling the match. And Svitolina shuts the door in the end, gets it done in 3. All right. GG's. So Kostyuk versus Svitolina. That's your first quarterfinal. That is your first quarterfinal. Now we're going to find out on the men's side who's going to make the quarterfinals, because we got Zverev coming up against De Jong. And he might be playing, the winner of that plays maybe this Spanish guy. Yeah, exactly. They're both Spanish. Who am I talking about? I don't know. They're both Spanish. All right. That was a better quality match. The first match was even with Kostyuk winning, like she didn't play as well as those. Like Bencic probably played better than Kostyuk, to be honest. But yeah, Svitolina's got to be the favorite now. In the next match, she was much better. She played much better than what Kostyuk did against Swiatek. What is the head-to-head, though? It must be pretty close. I don't know if they've played recently. I can't think of them playing recently. They played 2 years ago. 2 years ago, and it's 1-1. They played twice, but they haven't played for a couple years. Kostyuk won in 3 the last time they played in 2024, and then 2018. Never played on clay. They're both on hard courts. One in Canada, one in Melbourne. So yeah, it's been an interesting one. The player that has, I mean, look, it's probably a fitting quarterfinal because we've got the Rome champion versus the Madrid champion. So I mean, talk about a good quarterfinal. We got the champions of the 2 biggest lead-in events playing each other in the quarterfinals. Like, even it doesn't matter where they're from, who they are. Had it have been those 2 champions playing, I mean, how many times? That's a question. How many times has the Rome and Madrid champions met at Roland Garros. That's fun. That's a fun conversation that we might have one day if we have time. How many times have the Rome and Madrid champions had to play off? Probably on the men's side a lot with Nadal, Djokovic, Federer, But, I mean, on the women's side, the Rome and Madrid champions, how many times have they have to face off in the tournament? All right. All right. PCB's up 2 sets of love, by the way. All right. Great work from Svitolina, though. This is her chance. This is her time right now. This is her time. Her slam, that slam is on the line, and she can win it. She can win this whole thing. This is hers, as much as it is Sabalenka's or anyone else on the list. She can win this tournament. All right. But we have got big match with Sasha coming up. And we will see how he is going to keep reacting to being the favorite, because he is the big favorite. And then, of course, the night matches, we've got some big matches tonight, or a big match tonight. When was the last time that there wasn't a single Grand Slam winner in the 4th round of a Grand Slam? It's probably been a minute. How many are left? Sabalenka's still there. Osaka and Sabalenka, one's guaranteed. Yeah, so Sabalenka, Keys, and Osaka are still around. So yeah, but you mean on the men's side? It's been I think we looked at since in the 4th round. I think we looked way back it was way back. It was a long time ago, 20, 30 years. It's been a long time since we had 0 Grand Slam champions on the men's side in the 4th round. I think in the quarterfinals, the last time was 2022 US Open. But before that, in the 4th round, I think I can't remember what tour. We did this the other day. May I have the mailbox for the, I'm on the road now. Hey, yep. There you go. There's a PO box. PCB didn't even have a good Rome or Madrid. Yeah. Dude is a beast, though. Zverev is playing the lucky loser De Jong, who came in for Fils and took out Wawrinka. He retired Wawrinka, so that's who he is. That is who he is. RG is the best this year. RG is just crazy. It is crazy, man. Rafael Fonseca has 5 sets written all over it. It does. Yes, it does. I'm watching from the Congo. Good job. The way you do your job here. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. See, chat, we got people from all over the world. We have people from the Congo in the house. Chat. If you're from Earth, if you're from any country on Earth, anywhere in the world, like literally, if you're from the planet Earth and you're currently living on the planet Earth, I mean, look, I don't know about the rest of the universe, but I would hazard to guess that unless there's like, maybe there's a tennis YouTube channel from Australia or from some other planet, but I don't know if we don't get that broadcast as far as I know. I don't think you can get a VPN to like watching a stream from Saturn. But as far as we know, hey, look, shout out to anybody who's watching off-world. Let's give a shout out to anybody who's watching from another planet. Hey, I don't know how you tapped into this stream. You're probably wondering what the hell this is. This is a game called tennis. We hit a ball. I know it sounds primitive, but we hit a ball over a net and we all just cheer, get really excited. We're humans. We're simple, people. We're simple. We get entertained easily, all right? Yeah, somebody might be on the space station tuning in. Hey, shout out to the space station. Yeah, it is a rather simple sport. You hit a ball over a net. You hit it in the net, you lose. You hit it over, you could win. But it has to be between the lines. Easy. Tennis. Done. Svitolina Kostruk's 1-1. Yep. Rocky would love tennis. I know the reference. People eating some cosmic brownies might be tuning in from another planet. Yeah, mentally. Like, they've gone to another realm. They'll be here. They will be 100 years from now. Yeah. Yeah. This will get broadcast to another planet in 100 years. Love the film. It was great, wasn't it? Yeah. Can be summoning, yeah. If aliens, take us to your tennis leader. What? Please don't blame me if there's an invasion. I want to know. There's an alien invasion. They'll be like, yeah, this guy, he was talking about tennis. Uh-oh. Hide. We came here for tennis. He invited us. Whoops. Intergalactic tournament. Yeah, we challenge you to a tennis match. But you've got 7 arms. That's not fair. The red clay is treacherous. Yeah. It is a fun surface to play. Yeah, it's over. Bencic put up a fight, but it was Svitolina who finished the job. We got Zverev coming up next, so that's what we're jumping on. He's not starting. He's starting soon, but he's not starting right away. Everybody bringing their dogs to the tennis. They've just shown Mirra coming up with her dog. Oh, nice. Cam's the leader of the tennis temple. He attends first and second service. That's it. First, second service, every service. The opening hours for the temple are first thing in the morning till last thing at midnight. Whatever day you're in. I can't wait to see Osaka's dress at night against Sabalenka. Yeah, that's going to be so good too. I hope she, you know what? I hope that she goes back to the first day's outfit where she wore the whole all black and she goes on like this grand entrance, because she didn't get that the first day because she was on the outside court. But like, I hope that like they give her that grand entrance in the night. Like that's how it was supposed to be. Like it was in Australia, right? That would be awesome. If she and I'm sure she will. She'll wear the whole black thing. She'll walk out, and then it won't be a surprise because we've seen it already. But I think that would be such a cool moment, such a good opportunity for the French Open, giving these two ladies who are two of the most successful Grand Slam champions we've got on the WTA side put them at night and then give Osaka that moment to walk out. You got that. It could be a whole thing. Could be a whole one of the moments of the week. I know we've already seen Osaka's dress, but it would be nice to have that. Do that like Australian Open-esque, style walkout where they take the lights down and they, that would be awesome. Yeah, we've got Ruud Fonseca. That's tonight. Tomorrow night's Sabalenka. Tomorrow night's Sabalenka and Osaka. Rooting for Rublev? Okay. I love the AO walkout. It was beautiful. That'd be great. TV coverage said Zverev's got a 41% chance of winning. That's wrong. What, of the tournament or of today? Of the tournament. You're talking about the whole tournament, right? You're not talking about from today. Today he's going to have like a 90% chance of winning. You mean for the tournament. And that makes sense. I would say yes. Tournament, yeah, okay. I would say that's accurate. I think he's got the biggest chunk of chance, and then probably Ruud second. Yeah, Rublev's still here too. Rublev plays tonight. Or this afternoon. All right, chat. I'm going to send you over the next one. Jump on over there. We've got Zverev taking on De Jong. Let's see how Sasha looks. The favorite for the tournament. But, man, Bencic, Swiatek gone. Svitolina Kostruk, quarterfinal. That's our first quarterfinal set for Roland Garros. And that's going to be coming up in a couple of days' time. Let's see how Sasha looks.